historic as last pick now for CLG, as they do take Ashe.
That's true. All right, so again, they're going to have the Ashe, the Alistar, the Gragas. Like, both teams have all the engage. Honestly, we probably don't even have to mention it for any sort of games in these meta right now, because both teams are always drafting that. What you definitely do want is damage to back up the beefy front line that you have. Whoa, and a Fiora in her weakened state after the nerfs. Darshan still goes with the Fiora, even over Camille, who has been favored so much more. I like it.
Was banned as well by TSM in the last game, so it was an option here, but it's like Darshan's gonna say, I want to be on split but shooty, and Doblelift gonna bust out the
dig. The DPS for the 5-on-5 fights. They lock in two of the highest. Corki, one of the highest for the mid lane. Jinx down there on the bottom side. Doblelift has been on record talking about how simple of a champion Jinx is, and she's just more of a kind of, win team fights more. If your team is doing well, it depends so much on your team to protect you and then to get you your first kill. Basically, you get one kill on Jinx and you go off once you have your crit more early in the game, and he's right behind him.
Oh, there's a flash in from Bio already on the Styx here. The first stunn's gonna come. The knockup's gonna move the red buff Jarvan straight down the ball, and Styx stays down. First blood to Doblelift.
Level 2 Jarvan, red buff and gank. Immediately punish Styx for the level 1. TSM off to a
Darshan, and gonna be uncontested. TSM no TPing in, that's Bjergsen. Gonna force him off this buff. Red reset, but great shove onto Bjergsen. Darshan even ulting, now gonna chase back in. The flash is in. Knock back there is gonna be enough. Bjergsen goes down to Darshan. Ultimate from Makai. Not far enough in, and Sven also gonna die here. Blue over to Huhi.
I mean, TSM, they had Haunter still picking up minions, so it seemed like maybe half of them were on board with this play. Bjergsen with the teleport Corki.
Afros may be caught. Doblelift has to be careful. Afro gonna pulverize him and hit him into the turret. Takes the turret in, flashes back into the car, and now gets moved back. Doblelift goes down to, oh my god, that one's a head scratcher.
We have had some weird Afro Doblelift interactions this time. It almost seems like they're gonna renew that focus. See if CLG can actually get defenses in place. So turret going down fairly quickly. And Styx
from a Styx, maybe stun's gonna land. Sven locks him up. Ulti and Doblelift finds a snipe with the rocket as Haunter and Bjergsen have TP'd in for this turret. They're gonna take it. But a huge committal to this top half.
It's an eye for
the 2 TPs, so they do need to take a little more, but Haunter barely misses canceling the recall. Huge 3-man pull from Afro, who does take a Bio with the Ignite, but now he's locked up and rooted forever. Barely able to flash out of the way. Turret's still the goal here, but TSM running out of creeps to try and help them. Still going. Omar, huge body slam into the cask. Afro gets forward in, and Sven is going to fall down, but Afro barely loses his life to Bjergsen, who takes that last turret hop, but only barely who. He's still trying to cut him off, though.
They're going back in!
Gets the kill. Huhi trying to ride the wall over. They need to protect Bjergsen, but Doblelift actually kind of caught Huhi in his own wall.
Big miss there. This is a 1v3 chase from Huhi. He's trying to buy time for Darshan to split push, who has taken the turret.
Again, CLG, they started with the first kill on the turret. They keep the tempo up as TSM try to be the first to take that second turret down, but it is not to be right now. Dueling Haunter should win. Oh, never mind. It's not a real duel. Dishonorable as ever. Bjergsen going to join as Darshan flashes. Haunter chasing with the Righteous Glory. Darshan, does he ever post back up? Might not matter as the autos keep going. Bjergsen takes him down.
All right, CLG on the other side.
Again, going to get slammed into the arena, stunned forever, and there's the lineup as Svenskara, not Doblelift, will take that next kill.
2 quick picks there for TSM means that the Drake actually is not going to go over to CLG now.
Doing well, actually procs all the vitals, and then he's going to keep chasing Haunter, who pops the Righteous Glory away. Firefrost caught out. There's actually another room coming in from Afro. Punts it back in with the head buff, but Sven also there. Good ult there from the Makai as Haunter tries to get away safely. Doblelift takes on Afro. The blast plan. He's going to save Haunter, and TSM looking to turn it back around. Bjergsen, no package, but Darshan locked up on the wrong side of the map. Blunders over the wall, but he's going to get stunned. Doblelift grabs the double kill. TSM picking up the picks.
You mess with the tree, you get the whole team. Everybody comes to save Haunter. He does use a blast cone very well there at the end, and TSM transition over to Baron.
Haunter going to TP in, so this is a big commitment from TSM resource-wise.
All right, teleport comes in. They should be able to tank it up, no problem. Darshan does have his teleport, but he's dead for another 15 seconds, and CLG only have 2 members around. Can Omar God pull off the miracle?
We'll have to see. Bjergsen took a lot of burst damage from the Talia. Hui's still here with a wild spin. He's going to peel off again. They need to find the picks. Hui going to get stunned up. That should be a kill. Bjergsen with a rocket snipes, and they keep going in onto the Baron. Bjergsen low. Have to be careful as Afro is there in the pit. They're TPing from CLG. They can't finish the Baron now. TSM gonna have to back away, looking for a pick maybe with Darshan cancels that telly, but Baron regen back to full. CLG do stop it.
Yep. Hui gonna have to sacrifice his life to accomplish that, but Baron did so much damage to TSM, and the threat of Omar's steal is just too much for them to risk. They are really gaining control of this game, and they don't want to throw it away with a Baron, possible 50-50 smite anyways. Darshan does find, that last vital proc, and Afromu's coming around through the jungle, but this is TSM's jungle. Doblelift collapses, Svenskeren collapses, and Haunter gets headbutted over to the blast cone, which he then uses to escape, only to come back at a later date, lock in Darshan, and allow Doblelift to flash over the wall, close this kill down.
And again, we talk about that Jinx coming.
Yeah, Darshan is trying to split push, but there's no time left.
Haunter didn't get out of the pit, but the Glacial Fish is going to disengage. Spin, dives into the backside, and then flashes out as the Marco LT streams in, but Hui managed to get the kill as Darshan TPs into the fight to try and make sure he's there for the end of it. Doblelift outputting a lot of damage here. TSM, they lose 1, but still fighting well. 5v4. Haunter looking for another pick, pops the Righteous Glory, but CLG need to keep their carry safe.
Dartron trying to zone now so that they have time to push on the mid turret. CLG going to press up middle and get some gold for themselves. Actually,
maybe a catch. Darshan committed, but is it a little too far? Riposte uses some of that damage as Haunter is looking to go down. Hui able to snag a kill. And now another one here onto Bio maybe. He's going to flash towards Doublelift. Hits Biofrost. Should be able to get out of the way. Nice wall from Hui actually, so CLG still going for the fight. Bjergsen staying in mid lane, so Omar gets a push back. He finds Doblelift, who instantly dies to Hui. That's not going to be enough as Sticks. They able to clean up a few more. That should be 3 as Sven goes down as well.
Are you kidding me? They force it, and TSM keep Bjergsen in the mid lane. He does get a turret, but CLG got some much needed kills. 3 of them for themselves, and they're able to force it. Ash Arrow from Stixxay. The Talia wall actually...
Over! Glacial Pitcher in the choke point is nice, but TSM still need to get the damage on the carry's tank. Starting to take a little too much as Darshan zips out of the way. Makai ultimate chasing. Only going to tag Omar. Afro is going to escape, but Omar actually is going to be the target wall, though. Separates Svenskeren from the rest of his team, but CLG use it to disengage.
Yeah, TSM are not running anymore. Doublelift Splash is up. So they are willing and ready to take these team fights. Very close engagement there. Biofrost uses his ultimate. Haunter uses his as well.
Darshan has to be careful, but he'll be okay. TSM back towards the Baron here. It's back up, so they're going to try and force.
They need to give these minions over to Darshan to heal up. They need him at 100% for the team fight, and it only takes a couple. TSM burning it down, yeah, 4,000.
No wall here. They're actually going to peel back off. That's a kill maybe onto Omar. They can get the jungler. It's great, but Bjergsen actually progressed on by Afromu. He's still going to live. Hui actually kills Haunter as Sven. He's going to die through Stone Plate as well. Hui able to grab a double, but it's 3v4. The carries of TSM still alive. Omar a little too low. Doblelift out of mana though, taking so much damage as Corki barely able to...
Ash Arrow's ready.
Going to blast cone over. CLG have to be careful here. TSM committed to the Baron. Afro dives in, but he gets stunned. Damage still there, but he's got his ult taken away. The Baron still doing damage to TSM as Haunter actually found a huge flank in the backline, tying everybody up. Bjergsen over the wall trying to take down Hui. Doesn't get it as Stixxay flashes and kills Bjergsen. CLG might have salvaged the Baron fight. Hui gets a double kill as he kills Haunter. Doblelift is still alive, but the arrow does hit Svenskeren. Doblelift, I don't think he's got enough damage to try and get it done. A triple knockoff from Sven with the ultimate ticket, but Doblelift, he's going to go down as well. CLG grab the ace.
Oh my god, CLG are able to pull it off. Afro is kind of tied the Baron. They're managing the aggro here, still a little bit hyped up after that clean ace inside the Baron, but TSM group themselves up and get annihilated inside.
Ignoring Haunter at this point. Haunter commits the ultimate, it's going to try and chase him down. Bjergsen's here, that's why. Darshan going to get blown up here, but the turret in top lane does die. CLG need to keep playing up and aggressive, but they got the turret, can't get the inhibitor.
Good call there from TSM. No, Darshan, without the Guardian...
They can't protect top if this goes wrong. Turret is going to fall down. TSM need a few more shots. Backdoor bonus actually hurting them so much, but it finally falls and TSM get out. Have to go back for that top
lane. Look at those CLG minions, though. They're going to take the inhibitor if TSM can't do anything about it, and it looks like they won't be able to. CLG keeping them around.
TSM going for the fight instead. Oh my god, he's the target. Gonna get Stone moved back into the team. Stone plate maybe not be flat. Body slams out of the way. Ultimate. Oh, that's an execute double lift. Gonna force up 5v4, but that inhibit top is going to go down.
Oh, Doblelift does find the snipe in the end to secure the kill, but CLG get an inhibitor back for themselves with the minions.
Very aggressive from TSM. They thought they could find maybe one more pick to end the game. It is not to be. Bjergsen cleans up those minions, but now Super is going to be streaming into that top half, and Baron's back in 50 seconds.
Here are the ones that have the inhibitor down, and the exposed inhibitor. Afromu goes in, he's Roofer low.
Another good wall. TSM still fighting. Haunter tanking it. Svenskern's waiting to try and get the smite down. Oh my god, Afro! What happened? Bjergsen just takes him down instantly, and that's Baron over to TSM. So much damage from that Corki.
Afromu gets roasted, walking across the hot coals, and TSM. They continue looking for this little angle around the corner, but not going to catch anybody off guard. Inhibitor going to go down, though.
This one's dead. Still have one to defend in mid lane. TSM going to rotate around.
Guardian Angel picked up for Bjergsen as well.
Bjergsen enough to take it, and they go straight back for that bottom wave.
The tension rising. Darshan going for the chase. Svenskern is fairly low.
Isolated here. He's got his flash. Huhi looking to try and chase him down. Bjergsen going to look to fight. Afro finds him with a black pulse. That's going to be a kill. GA. Pop down. Does he die? I don't think he can get out. No, he can't. Darshan claims the kill.
All right, now it's 2 inhibitors to 1. 61 seconds left on buff.
Last turret gonna fall. Bjergsen one shot. That's enough. Afro they're fighting it. 3-man pull, but Bjergsen but double still firing back. Big CC in the front side, and they're just melting. Oh my god. Almost gonna go down, but the rest of TSM holding strong. Omar barely lives. Sven barely lives as well. Afro back in double pulses. Haunter now taking the rest of the front side of the team fight. Darshan sits back in, kills Haunter. CLG. No! Everybody dies. Too much damage. CLG overextend, and 3 of their carries die. Darshan's gonna go down as well. That's 4 dead. And TSM should be able to win the game.
It's the rookie versus the veteran. Doblelift left the team. Omar joined. What is he gonna do?
Has to maybe kill Sven, but Doblelift gonna take an in here.
Well, he would want to cut the wave and deny minions, because Doblelift, there's nothing he can do versus Doblelift 1v1. Sven ushering the minions in. Doblelift goes back to protect them.
Doblelift is so slow as well. Remember, Omar, though, just gonna keep fighting. Knock back up. Omar just buying time, I think. TSM gonna try and lock him down. Omar, big lot of help, but not enough. Doblelift completes the ace. He has 25 seconds to end the game.
That is gonna do it, folks. TSM will take the series 2-0.
A dominating game 1, a very roller coaster ride in game number 2. 53 minutes almost, but TSM will reclaim the throne, #1 once again in North America. And I'm glad we don't get to call Darshan a liar. That was quite the tense game number 2.
What did he say? Comes down to that big 5v5 late game team fight, 51 minutes into the